The Atlantic hurricane season is in full force, and Puerto Ricans are hoping it remains as quiet as it's been so far. These U.S. citizens were in the dark for months after Hurricane Maria destroyed an outdated and aging electrical grid. They fear any future storms could set back the already hurricane-battered island.
With more than 100 days without electricity, analysts have called it the longest blackout in U.S. history. More than 3 billion customer hours lost. Last month, Puerto Rico's Power, Energy, and Electric Authority said it took almost 1 year to restore service to the entire island. A claim that doesn't hold true in remote areas of Puerto Rico. In the municipality of Las Piedras, in the eastern central part of this U.S. territory, they have a different story.
That cable that you see up there, that's the cable that provides energy to our transformer. It's cut. The power system from the electrical system is disconnected. We have no power.
This community of 12 residences is off the power grid. In the Midwest part of the island, another town reveals a power grid that is barely functional.
As soon as it starts raining, we switch to the generator. We lost power at noon. The generator has been on since then.
That is a diagnostic center treatment in Adjuntas.
I hope this wouldn't happen. We have certain cases here that we cannot have the generator failing on us. I mean, that's a machine. We put the lives of our patients in danger, but I guess we have to deal with what we have.
That same day, the power came back later that night. We sat down with Puerto Rico's Energy and Power Authority Chief Executive Officer. Jose Ortiz is the 5th person to occupy the position since last November.
Mr. Ortiz, how would you describe the electrical grid of Puerto Rico at this moment?
At this moment, I'll say it's pretty strong on the transmission side, so the high voltages. To me, that part is okay. On the distribution, which is closer to the customers, to me, that's weaker. We had a lot of patches just to bring as quick as possible the energy for the people of Puerto Rico. Now we have to go back and then redo that part again.
Puerto Rico's electric company had no materials to repair the system after Hurricane Maria. Part of the problem, the company was already over $9 billion in debt before the storm hit.
So we have more inventory. We have 400 employees, basically, specialized employees from North American companies, helping still in the restoration of the redundancy lines. So we have more people, more inventory, we have a stronger transmission, and now we're redoing the patches, basically. That's a summary.
All right, you sound very confident, but is Puerto Rico ready for another storm? A Cat 3, a Cat 4?
I can tell you that we may end up having the same immediate result, probably everybody with a power outage. Let's assume the worst. But I can tell you that we could recover in a third of the time it took last time.
The company says it has a 2-year recovery plan that will cost over $20 billion. They will privatize the transmission and client services of the company and incorporate natural gas and solar panels as energy sources. But 2 years is a long time, and some local residents are finding their own ways to deal with the power outages, with some relying on generators, and others like Jose Santana and his community are relying on renewable energy provided by Tesla. Last year, the U.S. electric car and battery maker pledged to help restore power to the hurricane-battered island. Tesla introduced a pilot program that provides electricity through solar panels. For them, that's the future. Local residents here have also installed a switcher, allowing them to alternate from solar power to the island's electric grid, if it's ever restored.
Jessica, it's been a year since Hurricane Maria hit this island, and that community is still without power. Unfortunately, the biggest obstacle to a modern and reliable power grid is Puerto Rico's fiscal crisis. The island's government filed for bankruptcy May of last year, and that was before Hurricane Maria, which delivered another blow to their shattered economy.